If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Joey Badass is about to release his new album, 2000, tomorrow on Friday, July 22nd. And in this video, I wanted to go over everything that we know about this new album to get everybody caught up on this. So let's jump straight into this. So 2000 has been around for quite some time. Like, we've been knowing about this album for quite some time because it had originally a different release date. Now let me tell you the story about this. Joey Badass in May, around May I think 12th, right before Kendrick dropped Mr. Morale, he announced that he was gonna drop this album, and that it was also gonna be accompanied by a tour, and this tour was the 1999 and then 2000 summer tour. So this was celebrating the 10-year anniversary of his mixtape 1999, which you might remember. This dude was 17 when that released. Dude went crazy on there. It's a classic. So it released 10 years ago, and this was to commemorate that. Also, the album then coming out called 2000. In the name, you can already tell a similarity between the two. The 2000 being the advancement of 1999, a new era that he wants to now get into. So that's also what the title means. But this was also going to be the tour, and the tour started on July 1st. So right now, he's actually on tour, and the tour is actually about to also end. And the crazy part is that the album was, back when, you know, this tour was announced, supposed to drop on June 17th. We knew this from a trailer that he posted. The trailer was actually pretty cool. It's him, like, you know, walking around the skate park. We hear like a snippet of one of the tracks, and it says June 17th. And June 17th would have been the perfect date to drop because he would have gone on tour and, you know, still have the album to play, like the new album, because right now he's on tour, and I think he's playing parts of that. You know, he's playing like the snippets or like unreleased stuff that we just don't have as the full album yet. But it's different. It's really really a shame for the people that went to the shows before July 22nd, and then the ones after July 22nd can listen to, like, actually hear him perform the album. So that all happened. And the reason why this was delayed from originally, as I said, June 17th to now July 22nd, he explained in a tweet. He said, "Man, I got some terrible news. My album won't be coming out tonight due to samples clearance issues. Right now, it's unclear how long I'll have to postpone it, but my hope is no more than 2 weeks." It was more than 2 weeks. "I wanted to have a new date before I told you guys, but it's out of my control." But come on. The real reason is because Drake announced his Honestly Nevermind album that night. Joey later defended that and said, "Y'all thinking I pushed my album back because Drake is comedy. Can't say I ain't happy though." But let's come on. If Drake surprise drops the album the night you've been hyping up your release date for, you gotta reschedule that. But besides the point, we've gotten a couple of singles so far. We're going to get into the track list in a bit, but the singles we've gotten so far was, first of all, The Revenge at the beginning of the year, which is not actually going to be on the final album now. This was the lead single, more or less, got a very cinematic video as well. Then we had another single, Head High. This was one of those classic Joey boom bap songs that I really loved. We had Where I Belong. That was a really cool, also the video with like that 90s New York type of style, and also those MTV references with the, you know, what artist is playing. He had that in 2 of his videos. We had Survivor's Guilt, which was very slow, mellow, him going over his feelings of guilt he has for capital Steez, you know, death 10 years ago, rest in peace. And Zip Code's the latest one, which is also very solid. But it just seemed like he released those singles to kind of keep us over until, you know, he actually was dropping the album, and to still get some hype going because he couldn't drop in June. From the singles, we can already tell that this album will be that old New York style, maybe around the time 2000. Maybe that's also a reference to that. As I said, from also the style of the videos with the very vintage, retro looking, you know, elements in there. Also the, as I said, the MTV references and stuff like that. So that is, you know, all happening. Well, then let's look at the track list, because that is actually very, very interesting. I dropped a video earlier today going over this in you know, very specific track by track, but just to give y'all an overview, we have 14 tracks on here. As I said, The Revenge didn't make it, but for the 4 other singles that we got, so 10 new tracks. Let's go through this real quick. We can also see the back of the cover is this Snyder Avenue that is also featured in the picture that's also featured in the Where I Belong video. First track, The Baddest, featuring Diddy. Diddy just making an appearance everywhere. Then Make Me Feel. Then Where I Belong, we've already heard that. Then Brand New 911 with West Side Gun, that is dope. Then we got Cruise Control, Eulogy, then Zip Codes, we already got that one as well. One of Us with Larry June. That is, I like Larry June. Cool dude. I got a cool sound, so I'm looking forward to that. Haven't really heard him on like a mainstream record. Then we got Welcome Back with Chris Brown and Capella Gray. Crazy features. I don't know how that'll turn out, but maybe that's the big song off here. Then we have Show Me, and about Show Me, he also said something very special because before he released the track list, he tweeted, "I got a joint on the new album for all my fans of Love Is Only a Feeling called Show Me. Can't wait for y'all to hear it." So we can kind of guess that Show Me will be one of those slower, like Love Is Only a Feeling type of songs, which I'm really looking forward to. That's very dope. We continue with Wanna Be Loved with Jid feature on a Joey track. Come on, that's crazy. Then we got Head High, which you already got, and Survivor's Guilt, which you already got that I talked about, and the outro is Written in the Stars. Got a cool title, but we don't know what this song will be about. So that's the track list, and that's the art for the track list. We don't actually got an official cover art for this thing yet. There are some speculations. For example, on his Instagram, he recently posted and pinned a picture that just says, 2000 July 22nd album pre-save, blah blah blah. And on the back, on the front, it's him holding up his chains against this, white wall, which light falls on. So that might be the cover, even though that is really not confirmed. They have not seen a official confirmation of him saying, this is it. But this is the closest thing we have to a confirmation of an album cover. So that's very fast. I hope I didn't go too fast for y'all. If y'all got any questions, anything, let me know in the comments, and other people will also be there to help y'all. But this is all we got. We got the singles. We got the delayment of this thing, the delay of this thing. We got the trailer. We got the 5 singles, 4 of which are only going to be on the track list. Then we got the track list, obviously, and the cover, and kind of a couple of hints here and there in forms of tweets or comments that hint as to, what the individual tracks might be like. So Joey Badass 2000 dropping tonight, July 22nd. I'm hyped for this Joey Badass. Been listening to him ever since he dropped his first studio album. So, and all the way through All American Badass also, he's been just going up. And I hope that he can continue with this. The rollout has been really rough for him, but I hope that it doesn't take away from the commercial performance as well, and the way that, the music is actually perceived. So now I want to know what you think about this. Are you excited for this? What is your favorite single of the 5 we got? What do you think about the track list? What do you think is going to be the album cover? Is it the one that I showed y'all, or is it a different one? And all your thoughts, theories, opinions, anything you got for this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.